Alright guys, Sharby here, welcome to part 2. I'm gonna head back to the airship right now. So I only actually went up to level 7, I'll tell you. Oh, excuse me. I'll tell you why in a second. First of all, I switched unit to a black mage, just one of those things. Magic's not very useful endgame, but it's pretty useful now. And I'd rather get the black mage done before I get mug. And I'll talk about that later too. The thing that I totally messed up on is I should have gone to the Comlands first. So there's a game-long side quest here for the stupid PR firms and whatnot.
The Calmlands. Many summoners used to cross these plains, their hearts heavy with the weight of their pilgrimage. I was no different. But the Calmlands we knew have changed.
Ooh, I love these games!
I have 100 Argent credits.
Well, I have 100 open air credits.
Open air what?
Well?
So I'm gonna have to run down there and actually talk to somebody, but yeah, there's no point in visiting a bunch of other areas if I can't go and get my points for this. So that was kind of my thinking, and usually what I do is I do an entire basically south exit to north exit of the high road there, but obviously there's no point in doing that if I can't get the 70 plus points. I think it's just 70.
Where there's smoke.
That's it?
So yeah, there's no point in running all the way up and down the high road, missing all of those opportunities to get the PR points. You need 400, and you can run up and down the high road in 4 different chapters. So that in and of itself is almost all the points you need. Wow, I made it here in one battle. Publicity menu. Apparently I'm going for Argent today. What am I doing? I suck. Okay, good to know. Ride hover. Yeah, I'll just go to the travel agency. Oh yeah, that's right too, I gotta talk to this guy. Oh, a couple other things too I meant to mention earlier. I took Black Mage, or I took Festivalist out and put Black Mage in. Sorry. Gave her the tiara, no real reason. Replaced her whatever the heck it was there, the gauntlets with the muscle belt. I don't even remember where I picked this up, but guards against confusion and berserk, I'll take it. And she's still got the same old BS, so... And I'm not dealing with him. Oh, I'm gonna have to pick something there. So, I think, as much as this is gonna suck, I think I'm just kind of gonna go down the list. Obviously not be Sage yet, not Kilika yet, because we'll be there later. So I'll start at Luca, where we'll have a little mini mission, if you will. I don't think I can actually make any pitches for my PR points or the marriage thingy until I actually beat this, so I might come back here on my own time too.
Lady Yuna! Your concert was incredible!
Would you sign this, please? Single file, no pushing. The Goings at your service.
I couldn't bring myself to tell them it was just an imposter. The whole mess started with the garment grid. That's the invention that lets us harness the dress sphere's power.
Okay, retrace Yuna's steps during her imposter's concert.
Believe it or not, this was the easy part. We chased the thieves all the way to Luca, but when we arrived...
Hear that? Lady Yuna in concert!
Alright, think there are any tickets left?
Looks like your imposter's pretty popular.
I doubt anyone would believe ours is the real Yuna.
Not dressed like that.
I didn't ask to wear this. Whew, it's hot.
Shall we finish this before Yuna passes out?
We'll be back in 2 shakes, so be a good Moogle, you hear?
The plan was to sneak into the imposter's concert and recover the garment grid. If I went in, our cover would be blown, so it was up to Riku and Pain, which left me with nothing to do but lay low and wait. And that's how I got stuck with the Gullwing's prized garment. I complained, but Brother's orders are still orders.
So this is such a simple and basic mission that it really shouldn't even be called a mission, if we're being honest. But I suppose not every mission can involve battles, so...
So what did you do after we left?
Top secret!
Mommy! Mommy, my balloon!
hurry up.
You, get over here.
Huh?
You're here to promote the concert, right?
Me? No, there must be some mistake.
Thanks, and hey, don't screw up.
Did I do it because I couldn't turn him down? Or because the conversation was over before I had the chance? Get them while they're hot! Come see the concert, okay?
So I think after this, because we've already gone on the high road, we'll be hitting up Mushroom Rock, which has a mission and a little bit of a side thing. We gotta go get a Crimson Sphere. It's the only one on this. I was about to say this disc, I meant this chapter.
The concert's about to
Yeah,
start.
Foggy Fiend Frenzy, I think it's called. Hopefully I'm strong enough. I mean, I did level up a little bit. Not as much as I usually would have, but I think it'll help that I'm using a Black Mage too, because some of the elemental guys are out.
It's a really nice...
So one of those things I'm just kind of thinking about right now is, now that I've started recording for this game, I've kind of completed the PlayStation 2 trilogy of Final Fantasies. I've completely done 10. I've done quite a lot of 12. Like I'm 45 videos up in 12.
And that makes 10. Mission...
And that's just the ones that I've done so far. I haven't even done
It's starting.
stuff past the Pharaohs. So there's going to be quite a few more of those. And once you add that to these, my little trifecta will be
You
complete.
think LeBlanc was enjoying herself?
Until she got hurt.
I kind of hope
Does she
that they
look
do
that
a
much like
12 remaster as well.
Hold it. The concert's sold out. You can't go in.
I can't?
Definitely not. Go on, get out of here.
Hey, we got some gate crashers.
Must be those sphere hunters.
Let's move!
Yes, sir.
Oh no. I hadn't heard from Riku or Pain, so I didn't know what to do.
Hold still!
It's me. I wasn't sure what I was doing. Riku sure was having fun. Whew. Looks like trouble. Oh, finally. Here comes the real Yuna!
was just about to finish him off, but then you showed up and stole all the fun.
I guess I was so glad to get out of that thing that I went a little nuts.
That explains the dancing.
Yuna's dancing? Where? Ha in there!
Listening close enough?
So, this is my life now. We travel from place to place, and the days just seem to fly by. But sometimes, I find myself stopping. I'm listening for your whistle.
Okay, so the way this is looking is we'll get the three I don't really know what to call them. Non-hotspot missions, I guess. We'll do Mushroom Rock, we'll do the Moonflow, and then there's one... Oh, we just did one. And then there's the Djose Temple that I'll hit up on the way. And then we'll just have to go and do one in the Beaconell Islands, and that should be... That should be it. Ugh, that's a 4-star rating though. Okay, let's go to the Moonflow first. See if I can't knock that rating a little bit down. So anywho, as I was saying, I do hope that they... Oh my god, they keep interrupting me.
If anything's changed, people seem to smile more often now. It's as if they finally have time to notice the beauty around them. Hey, this is nice out here.
What?
People out enjoying nature. It's very peaceful.
Sure is. A lot of people are traveling these days, trying to learn more about Spira.
Thanks to you, Yuna.
I had nothing to do with it.
Go on, give yourself a pat on the back.
I'm not even gonna bother starting a conversation until after I talk to this guy.
On this spot, I'll be sponsoring an extraordinary show. Do come. Oh, and I'm totally. Yep, it will be splendid indeed. Mark my words, people here and there and merriment everywhere.
Hey, that sounds like fun. Okay, well, we'll see you then.
Wait. I have a favor to ask of you.
Let's go.
Okay. After all, we're sphere hunters.
Righto.
Oh, let's hear him out.
Oh, here's the thing, you see. My able assistant hasn't come back. From Luca, of course. Where else? He went to fetch some supplies, which are vitally, crucially important for the show, you see.
Go check on him, right?
Oh, quite.
Why ask us?
Because you are sphere hunters, and sphere hunters hunt spheres.
That settles it.
Right. It's yours if you return my assistant safely back to safety. I'm thinking he must be over in the general vicinity of Djose Temple. Oh, and he's Ipello.
So I'm 90% sure it's not considered cheating if I actually go to Djose and just walk up from there. Yeah, I don't think so. So I'm going to do just that. So I'm pretty sure you can trigger this mission just finding the Ipello too, so... So we'll do the Djose stuff while I'm there. And then once the Moonflow mission actually starts, I'll start talking about the other Final Fantasies and that. Because I can't seem to get more than a couple words in before the game cuts me off here.
After we defeated Sin, people began to distance themselves from the temples. For a long time, Djose Temple was neglected as well. But now... Everyone's staring.
You're famous, Uni. Better get used to it.
All I want's some peace and quiet.
Poor thing. She's led such a sheltered life.
Maybe she's getting old.
Who's getting old?
Leader of the machine faction. He can be kind of annoying, but he's alright.
Okay, let's do some interviews. Bring it!
Yeah, he seems alright.
Okay, well I actually gotta wait for this line to start moving, so I guess I can talk now. So I'm pretty hopeful that with the sales of this game, I mean they're re-releasing it again. You gotta think the sales were pretty good the first time. But irregardless, I'm kind of hoping that they do a Final Fantasy 12 as well, remaster. Because the international Zodiac job system thingy that they got going there actually sounds rather interesting, and I mean, I don't know, it could be argued that I could probably do those kind of same challenges with a regular playthrough, but it's not quite the same. Not quite the same limitations, this, that, the other thing. You probably can't access some skills without going through other ones, so... You know, there's a lot of reasoning behind not trying it and just waiting for an international version. So I do hope that they do that. We know they're not remaking any of the PlayStation era ones. And between the fact that 13's pretty new to begin with, and really in the grand scheme of things, don't get me wrong, I love 13. Not worth their time and effort to, and I'm using air quotes here, remaster. So.
Och how we killed the Guardian? Kibble! Huh?
Hello.
You, here for an interview?
Uh-huh.
The Great High Summoner wants an interview?
Former summoner.
Alright, follow me.
I kinda wish I had more Albed primers actually. I don't know how much time I truly am gonna want to spend in the desert digging. And I know I'm missing my PR points that I was already talking about, but I'm not too concerned about that right now. This is easy to come back and get the 30 or 40 points there.
Never been this close to a celebrity before.
That's nice.
I could get used to this.
Let's not.
Well, if it isn't Sid's girl, how you been?
Hey, I have have a name.
Huh. Brother doing okay?
Same as ever. Buddy's around too.
Same as ever's right.
Oh, you!
Hey, nice to meet you.
Huh?
We're here for the interview.
Right. The interview. You sure you want to dig? Because we're talking about the desert, ladies. Not exactly a picnic. All right, you're hired. Welcome.
Huh?
You are hired. Don't know why a superstar like you would want to play in the sand. Well, do what you gotta do. Anyways, I've done what I can. Dig to your heart's content.
Thanks.
Show this letter to a woman named Nadala. You'll find her in the Beacon Hill Desert. Happy digging!
So outside of the PR points that I just said I was knowingly missing, that's pretty much all that we have to do here, so... Yeah, I wouldn't say I loved 13, but I definitely did enjoy it a lot more than a lot of people seem to have. I'm sure there's actually quite a large amount of people that had no problem with it. It's just the ones that had a problem with it are far more vocal. As are many things in the world.
Oh, I'm in trouble.
It's called vocal minority for a reason.
You're
Probably where the
assistant?
Final Fantasy 13 people get off.
Yes. Are you friends of the chief?
You sure are. You just sit back and let the goings escort you back to Tobley.
Thank
Okay, so I'm pretty sure there's a bandit right there. Like, didn't even try to hide himself. Oh, I'm gonna walk into the cutscene here. Oh, okay. Oh, and he's gone now. Oh, for those that are maybe not quite familiar with the game, maybe you're checking it out for the first time. You know, it did come out 12 years ago, so there's a good chance there's a whole nother generation that might be interested in this. But the reason I keep stealing from enemies, even though they have no good items,
Oh no.
is every time you use a command other than attack, you get an AP point. So even when you're a black mage like I am right now, and you use one of her spells, it still counts. Pretty much everything except attack.
Takers keepers.
And there's a move later, there's actually a couple moves now, but there was one that I always use. It's called Mug. And you, it attacks and it tries to steal an item, and because it's...
Oh no.
So yeah, it counts as an AP. That's kind of how I level up my characters. Get that and get an AP egg going, and level up some dress fears pretty quick.
Alright!
The flame consumes all.
I don't know if I'm going to do it now or if I'll... Yeah, you know what? Maybe I'll do it right now. I'm just going to go and change my config really quick. I was going to turn that off. That I'm going to keep on. That can go to fast. This is going to memory. Everything else looks good. Actually, I think I'll take this opportunity to kind of mention to you guys I will be doing a Final Fantasy 13 playthrough.
Oh no.
I'll probably do a 13-2 as well, but that will come like definitively after 13. I haven't actually completely beaten 13. I'm pretty sure I know what happens at the end, but which is kind of lame.
Down you go!
Works for me.
Again, I was using skill and focus and sentinel. Sorry, to just to get the extra AP before the battle ended. No other reason. It's one of those things, you play this game enough, you just kind of know the little tricks to leveling up and whatnot.
Dance, flames!
Oh, I think I did that already. That's okay. So anywho, yeah, I haven't quite beat 13-2 yet. I don't think I've made it past chapter 5, and I think there's 6 of them. But irregardless, maybe I'll just have to do a blind playthrough of the last chapter in a bit, who knows. Probably won't do lightning returns though. I've played it, didn't really like it.
Yep, of course you've been most helpful. With this, the show is just a step away from smashing success. Here, as promised. Oh, and take this with you two for everything you've done. It's such a good fuzzy feeling meeting reliable people person such as yourselves. Yes, sirree.
You're very welcome.
Just remember, it was the Gull Wings that helped you out.
Busy.
Yeah, I don't know. Lightning Returns might have been one of those games that I played, I kind of had an iffy first impression of, and if I go back to it, I know, kind of view it a little differently. I'm like that. I don't know if you guys are like that, but sometimes if I don't like a game the first time I play it, I put it away for a bit and then I come back to it and I actually like, either I get, the hang of it, or sometimes it's just you have a bit of a more vested interest in it, and things just seem to go over a little bit better. Okay, we're still at 4 stars, but I no longer care. I want to get this done on this video, so... Well, yeah, there are quite a few games that I've kind of been like that with before. Actually, Alpha Protocol, a game that I've A, written a guide on, and B, at least started covering on my YouTube channel as well.
Maybe there's a sphere here.
It's our turn to do the following.
I started playing it in like August. I think I bought the game and played it like once, made it through halfway through the tutorial, didn't really like it.
Again, Lady Yuna.
Started playing it again later in December and ended up platinuming
You haven't
it.
forgotten me, have you?
Yaibel, isn't it? You're in the Youth League.
Ha! You really do remember me. I am truly honored, Lady Yuna. Since that day we first spoke, the Youth League has been conducting a sphere hunt of its own. We, the Youth League! Klasko, take it from here.
We, the Youth League, to better our understanding of Spira's past, vow to remain vigilant in our search for ruins and spheres.
Oh, that's enough! Those two guys are getting away!
Did LeBlanc's men pass through here?
Yes, they said they're here to take care of our fiend problem. You see, the Youth League is in preparation for an important operation, leaving our patrols short-handed. As a result, the road to headquarters has been overrun with fiends. Be warned, unless you can defeat the fiends on the road, you will not be able to pass. So, are you ready to run the gauntlet? Understood. Expect to encounter fiends until you reach the vicinity of the lift. Fight your way through them and proceed to headquarters. That's it. Good luck. Klasko? Klasko, show them the way.
Of course. This way, please.
Yeah, let's hunt some fiend.
You seem down.
Well, a lot has happened since you brought us the calm. I ended up following Captain Lucille. When she joined the Youth League, so did I. But I'm still stuck playing tour guide. Ugh. You know, all I want is to ride on a chocobo faster than the wind!
I'll have to remember to come back and grab him after this ends. But yeah, there are actually quite a few games that I've played. That's the one that comes to mind right off the top of my head. Actually, 13 was kind of like that too. The first couple times I played 13, I couldn't really get into it, couldn't really get the hang of it. Came back, played a little bit more. I actually got up to chapter 10, the 5th arc. I think it's called the 5th arc. And kind of stopped there and started a new game. And when I started that new game, that's when I kind of got back into it. I knew the controls a little better, this and that, and I actually really got into it. But so who knows, maybe Lightning Returns will be like that. Actually, funny thing, so I've also played 7, 8, and 9. Played 7, beaten 7, love 7. Played 8. Technically haven't beaten 8, but I'll tell you why in a second. Love it. Played 9. I got about an hour and a half in, and it was another kind of the same deal. Couldn't quite get into it, so I'm kind of hoping that that changes too, and if I if I do come and say record it or something, you know, perhaps I can get a little more into it and have a good time and actually beat the game, because apparently it's a phenomenal game. but for whatever reason at the time, I just couldn't quite get into it. I'm definitely going to do a playthrough of 8, so 8 and 13 you can definitely expect at some point. Obviously I'm going to play through quite a ways of this game before I start recording another RPG. I try to keep my RPGs somewhat within reason, not playing like 4 or 5 of them at once, because they are longer games. Yeah, I'll definitely do 8. Apparently they're releasing 7 with trophies or something like that.
I could get used to this.
Depending on when this supposed release date is, because I've heard that nobody's really heard of it for a while. And, you know, this being Square Enix, that is A, believable, and B, that's still no guarantee that it's actually ever going to happen, so. Just because they say, oh, we're going to do this, I mean, look at Final Fantasy 15. We're coming up on, what, year 6 or 7 from its first release?
Nor this one.
Their first teaser trailer, whatever you want to call it.
Let's get out of here. We must inform the boss.
Hey, they dropped something.
Finders keepers.
Hey, long time no see. Remember me? Glad to hear it.
How have you been?
I joined up with the Youth League, and that's been keeping me pretty busy.
Oh, I'm a sphere hunter now.
Ah, that sounds great. Trying out a new way of life. Actually, Passe's a sphere hunter now too. He's the leader of the Kinderguardians. Be nice to him if you see him.
How's Isaru?
The Youth League discovered this place, you know. It's called the Den of Woe. It was sealed around the time of Operation Mihen.
And Isaru?
But, the seal can supposedly be broken with the right combination of spheres. I'm afraid this place is off limits until we can conduct a more thorough investigation. So, I'll, have to ask you to leave. I'm sorry.
Obviously has no interest in talking about his brother.
Yuna!
So yeah, the thing about, I just mentioned... Good, Black Magic level 2. Yeah, I just mentioned that I've played 8. I loved 8. I haven't actually beaten 8. So I was up at the last save point. I went to go and fight the final boss. It's got a couple different phases, and one of the phases ended up killing me. So I, you know, should have had to reload back to the save point. Decided, hey, you know what? I'm going to start a new game. Just, you know, start playing through it again. This, that, the other thing. And I guess back in the day, they didn't ask you if you are sure you want to overwrite this file on the memory card. So when I went to go and save, it kind of automatically went to the first, you know, available slot. And I accidentally saved over my really good file with a brand new file. So, yeah. That would be why that's not, hasn't been beaten yet. And I think I had one other file that I did much later after that, kind of trying to make up some ground and whatnot. Because I didn't have all the Guardian forces either. Like, it wasn't a complete game that I just was finishing the last thing. It was like a first or second playthrough, so I had most of them, not all of them. So I think I tried to do a second playthrough, so to speak. And for whatever reason, I just never got around to actually finishing. So I've never actually beaten the final boss of that game, but I've gotten right up to the point. So, fun little fact of that. I have beaten 7 through and through. Obviously I've beaten 10. And 10 too.
Flame consumes all. Cool off.
And I've beaten 12 and 13. I have not beaten 13-2. I have not beaten Lightning Returns, and I have not beaten 9. I don't play the online ones. I don't even really acknowledge them as Final Fantasies. Although, I don't know. Let me know if you guys have a strong opinion about what the online ones are like. I don't think 11 was all that well received, but I mean, that was PlayStation hardware trying to go online and stuff like that. I can see where that, or PlayStation 2 hardware I should say, but I can see where that might be an issue. But I'm constantly seeing expansion packs and upgrade packs and stuff like that for 14. So I'm assuming there are actually a lot of people that are playing that. I can't imagine they pouring that kind of money and effort into
Cold spell coming.
Into stuff like that if there wasn't you know, a crowd for it, some reception for it. That right there, what we just saw, is precisely what I was kind of hoping that they would actually fix with the remaster. Is we literally just had to wait for all 3 enemies to use their weight skill in order for me to use my weight skill, and it would have been super nice given the fact that I'm pretty sure the PS3 can go a lot faster. Would have been really nice for them to kind of fix that up there.
You had your chance to run.
Dance, flames!
Because it's great to have fast combat like this, but when it gets slowed down by little things like that. Like Pain got 4 attacks in while Yuna was waiting for, or maybe it was 3 attacks, I wasn't counting, but she got enough attacks in while I was waiting to fire off 1 fire. And we're pretty much going to do the exact same thing again, so I'm not going to use a skill, because that would pretty much be suicide at this point. I mean, obviously it's a little different with, you know, mages and play and whatnot, but you guys will notice that I would definitely prioritize no weight abilities. And later on, I was talking about Mug earlier in the video. Oh my god, I can't even see anything. Ooh, I really should have healed.
Flame consumes all. Cool off.
I was gonna say I was pretty sure I'll get that attack in before he does, but at least they give us enough potions. There we go. So this will complete the first little part of this quest here. We're actually going to have a second kind of part that's going to be a little long. So I'm actually just going to, when I end this video, I'll just continue right from
Oh, wow!
this point on the next video, part 3.
Elma. It's been so long. Wow, you've really changed.
How are you?
Never better. Now that I'm in the Youth League, I've always got something to do. Hey, you made it past all the fiends. Nice work. Go on, step aside.
Right away, Captain.
Wow, look at you.
Not bad, huh?
Okay, well I'm actually going to end it here, and then we'll continue, because we've got quite a long story to go through next video. You guys might know what I'm talking about already, so I will end this here, and I'll continue chatting next video.